Here we have the scope box hooked up to our Max 3. Using the icon in the top left corner, going to that toolbox, you come to this screen, which is the toolbox for the Max 3. We're going to go on into the oscilloscope, and here we have 3 channels hooked up to the scope box communicating through the Max 3. And by pushing the square next to the home button at the bottom of the screen, we can go back and forth from the scanner's communication of the car allowing us to graph all the information off the connector in the car, and going back and forth between the actual lab scope that is wired into components under the hood. You can change trigger points, you have time frequency settings using the ruler here at the bottom. You can change horizontal measurements. You can go to Snapshot Manager. You can record what you're working on. We're not using channel 4. There's a base reference of different sensors and what the signal should look like. There's an expert base. We have nothing saved in here. This is where you would be saving information. It'll auto detect the signals and the frequencies that you're dealing with by pushing the auto button. If we need to do a calibration, reference, or set up display settings, we can change those here. If we go to the gear, we can go full screen after we have set our parameters. The square here will stop the graph so we can study something while it's not moving. Play, you'll get the live data from the vehicle. If we select channel 4, you see that it's off. We select channel 3, you can turn it off and see just channels 1 and 2. You can change the voltage of the coupling, the time, the format. All these different things can be adjusted so you can get a better image of what you're working on with the scope box for the Maximus 2, 2A, and Max 3.